In the previous section of this chapter, we discussed about Krishna's appearance, the activities, the cause of appearance and activities, the reason. Okay, general cause, and we discussed that there is no material cause. Also, it is a great mercy of Krishna upon living entities that he creates this material worlds and then appears here and does his activities. Okay, and yesterday we were discussing about that how Krishna's devotee relish the pastime of Krishna, Krishna's reciprocation with his devotees. How Krishna reciprocates to his devotees, that we were discussing, right? We discussed the very important shloka. Okay, so where like great descendants of great dynasties like Bhoja, Vrishni, Andak, Madhu, Sursena, Dashara, Kuru, Srinjay and Pandu, all these descendants, they were glorifying Krishna, okay, and they were blessed by Krishna's presence, Krishna's activities. So in this way, Krishna, by his activities, pleased all the human beings. And there was this very famous and beautiful verse yesterday we discussed. Yasyananam makar kundala charu karna bhrajat kapola subhagam savilasahasam नित्योत्सवं न तत्र पुरदृष्टिभिः दृश्यभिः पिबन्तयो नार्यो नरश्चामुदितः कुपितनिमेश्च. Very nice. That Krishna's face, the beautiful face of Krishna is so wonderfully decorated and so beautiful. The earrings resembling like sharks, Makara Kundal, the beautiful ears and beautiful cheeks. Okay, Krishna's smile attracts everyone. Whoever is seeing Krishna, they are feeling like festival. Nityotsavam, it is a continual festival to take darshan of Krishna. And his face and his komalang, his body part, sundarangam, everything was satisfying for everyone who ever taking darshan. And we also discussed that the gopis, how they were feeling. They were feeling that the creator, the Brahma created this eyelids. It's a great mistake because this blinking of eye disturbs the darshan. So that was the highest position of gopis. Okay, so they were angry on the creator for creating this eyelids. So Krishna's devotees could not be fully satisfied by drinking his beauty. So Krishna's devotees are this nectar of beauty of Krishna's face. They are drinking how? By the eyes. Okay. Now 66 and 67, Krishna's appearance and activities in brief. So what is the connection from the previous shloka? That now Krishna's activities, we heard about the reason of Krishna's birth and activities, we heard about the glories of Krishna's birth and activities. Now what are that? Now question is, what are those activities and right leelas? So in response to this question, all at once, Shukadeva Goswami, in 2 shlokas, he is going to describe whole Krishna pastime, whole Leela, Krishna Leela in these 2 shlokas in very summarized manner. Why? he want, because he want to say something about Krishna, so he want to satisfy his own longing for Krishna, and also very important is that he want to increase the longing of Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so when Parikshit Maharaj will hear about this, hear these two shlokas, his desire to hear about Krishna in detail is increased, and he will say, no, you have to tell me everything in great detail. So there comes the 10th canto. Okay, the whole, like now four books are there only for 10th canto, you see. Okay, 66, canto 9, chapter 24, text number 66. जातो गतः पितृगृहाद् ब्रजम् इदितार्थो हत्वा रिपून् सुत शतानि कृतोरुदारः उत्पाद्य तेषु पुरुषः क्रतुभिः समीजे आत्मानम् आत्मनिगमं प्रथयन् जनेषु. Jata, after taking birth, so you see in how in this two shloka everything is summarized. Jata, after taking birth as the son of Vasudeva, Gataha went away Pitragrihat from the houses of his father, Brajam to Vrindavan, Edhita Arthaha, to exalt the position of Vrindavan, Hatva, killing there Ripun, many demons, Sutas, Shatani, hundreds of sons, Krita, Urudaraha, accepting many thousands of wives, the best of women, Utpadya, begot, Teshu, in them, Purushaha. The Supreme Person who exactly resembles a human being. Okay. Kritubhi, by many sacrifices. Samije worshipped Atmanam himself because he is the person worshipped by all sacrifices. Atma Nigamam, exactly according to the ritualistic ceremonies of the Vedas. Prathayan, expanding the Vedic principles. Janeshu, among the people in general. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, known as Leela Purushottam, appeared as the son of Vasudeva but immediately left his father's home. Okay, so Krishna, known as Leela Purushottam, appeared as the son of Vasudeva but immediately left his father's home and went to Vrindavan to expand his loving relationship with his confidential devotees. In Vrindavan, the Lord killed many demons, and afterwards he returned to Dwarka. According to Dwarka, where according to Vedic principles he married many wives, who were the best of women, begot through them hundreds of sons, and performed sacrifices for his own worship to establish the principles of householder life. Jataha Pitra Grihad Virjan Gataha. Jataha, when he was born, what he did? Pitra Grihad Virjan Gataha. Immediately after his birth, he Pitra Grihad Virjan Gataha. He left the house of father and went to Braja. Then Idhitartho, and in order for Idhitartho, for this purpose, what is the purpose? To give the people, devotees, the highest prema. In order to display to the world the highest prema. What he did? After that, what he did? Hatvaripun, killed many demons, liberated them. Then Kritorudaraha, he, as per the Vedic system, he married many women, and Teshu Shuta Satani Utpadya, and also gave birth to many sons. So hundreds of sons. Purushaha, Parabrahman in human form. He is great. He is Adi Purusha. What he did? Atmanam Kritubi Samije. He worshipped himself. Kritubi Samije Atmanam. He worshipped himself in through sacrifice. Why? To set the right standard in the public that everyone should worship Krishna through sacrifice, and established path of the, and then Janeshu Atma Nigamam Prathayan, and he established path of the Vedas belonging to him alone. For what purpose? For the benefit of the people. Okay. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Vedaisya sarvair aham eva vedyoho. Vedaisya sarvair aham eva vedyaha. By all the Vedas, it is Krishna who is to be known. Lord Sri Krishna, setting an example by his own behavior, performed many ritualistic ceremonies described in the Vedas and established the principles of Grihastha life by marrying many wives and begetting many children, just to show people in general how to be happy by living according to Vedic principles. So when he was in Dwarka, he exemplified by his actions, he showed exactly the proper behavior of a Grihastha, how a Grihastha should live. Okay, that he showed in a proper way. Example he showed. The center of Vedic sacrifice is Krishna. Vedaisya sarve aham eva vedya. To advance in human life, human society must follow the Vedic principles personally demonstrated by Lord Krishna in his household life. Whatever way Krishna, it will come in 10th canto, it will come in detail how Krishna used to live in a household life and what and all activities he used to do. The real purpose of Krishna's appearance, however, was to manifest how one can take part in loving affairs with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How one can take part in the Leelas of Krishna. Okay, reciprocations of loving affairs in ecstasy are possible only in Vrindavan. So, that is possible only in Vrindavan. That Madhurya. Vrindavan is called Madhurya Dham. Therefore, just after his appearance as the son of Vasudeva, the Lord immediately left for Vrindavan because he wanted to do that Leelas with the Brajavasis. So he immediately went. In Vrindavan, the Lord not only took part in loving affairs with his father and mother, the gopis and the cowherd boys, but also gave liberation to many demons by killing them. So Vrindavan, Krishna, actually he appeared. So his appearance was for what purpose? So that he can show his loving leelas to, and he can perform leelas with his devotees. So immediately he went to Vrindavan and there he did all the pastimes. And not what kind of person? Loving affairs with his parents, with his cowherd friends, and especially with the gopis. And not only that he did, he also killed many demons in Vrindavan, and by killing them, what he did? He gave them liberation. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam, the Lord appears in order to protect the devotees and kill the demons. That is the general reason. So this was fully exhibited by his personal behavior. Personally he gave love and protected the devotees and killed the demons. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is understood by Arjuna to be Purusham Shashvatam Divyam. Eternal, the eternal, transcendental, supreme person. Here also we find the words Utpadyateshu Purusha. Therefore it is to be concluded that the absolute truth is a Purusha, a person. The impersonal feature is but one of the features of his personality. Yesterday also we discussed that how Krishna, the original God, the Supreme Personality of God, it is a person, and this light, this Brahman, this impersonal effulgence, this is impersonal feature, is one of the features of Krishna's personality. So Krishna has many other features also, and this Brahman impersonal feature is one of the feature of Krishna. Out of many features, this is one. So the people who only know about this impersonal feature, you see how less they know. Okay. Therefore, it is to be concluded that the absolute truth is a Purusha, person. The impersonal feature is but one of the features of his personality. Ultimately, he is a person. Govindam Adi Purusham Sachidananda Vigraha. Okay, Ishvara Param Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Vigraha. He is not impersonal, and not only is he Purusha, a person, but he is the Leela Purushottam, the best of all persons. He is not only a simple person, he is the best of all the persons. He is Leela Purushottam. So Lord Krishna is called Leela Purushottam. He, through his Leela, he gives pleasure to his devotees, and he does the best of the Leela. So he is a Leela Purushottam. And Lord Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam. By his Leelas, he shows how one has to live in Maryada. What is the right way of living life? What is my duty for? What are my duties as king? What are my duties as son? What are my duties as father? What are my duties as a husband? All those things. Except Lord Ramchandra's life shows everything in proper Maryada. This is called Maryada Purushottam. And Bhagavan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives love of Godhead, love of Krishna to everyone without any discrimination. Dina Hina Jatachilo Harinam Uddare, he is giving Harinam to everyone. Okay. Patit Pavan he is. You know. So he gives Prem, the highest, okay, Purushartha, Pancham Purushartha, Prem. There are like 4 Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha, and the 5th one is Prema, Krishna Prema. So that Pancham Purushartha, the topmost thing, Bhagavan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simply giving to everyone. So he is called Prema Purushottam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu name is Prema Purushottam. Okay. So this is the some like in one shloka birth to Dwarka. So Krishna went from Vasudeva house to Vraja in order to increase, in order to reveal the greatest degree of the crest jewel of human goals, Prema. Since Krishna's primary goal in appearing was to display Prema, and Prema attained its highest peak in Braja. Okay, that when Krishna reaches in Braja, then only that highest Prema can be exhibited. That's why when Gopis and other Brajvasis, they met Krishna Balaram in a Kurukshetra, they asked him, no, this is same, you are same, I am same, okay fine, but Gopi said you have to come to Vrindavan because the place is not same. The place is like that. Our affairs, our dealings, when they are in Braja, they are more like the topmost degree of prema is exhibited there. So the prema between Krishna and his devotees, it goes to the topmost, the highest peak. Where? In Braja. So in Braja he killed the enemies. One of his goals was to give liberation to the demons by killing them. In his wives he produces hundreds of sons. This illustrated his establishment of dharma. He is called Purusha because he is Parabrahman with a human form. He worshipped himself through sacrifice. So when he was in Dwarka, he used to do sacrifice and worship to whom? To himself, right? To show people that Krishna will worship Krishna. So others will learn that every Grahastha should worship Krishna. So he is called Purusha. And he worshipped himself through sacrifice because there is no other person worthy of worship. So anyway, Krishna, you want to show, so you are showing that who is the right person to be worshipped, who is worthy of worship? Krishna. Why did he worship? He did this to establish his own path of the Vedas. What is mentioned in Vedas? Vedeshu Sarvaname Vedya. So that he established by his own activities. Okay. So very short explanation in order to with a desire to appease his own longing and increase the longing of Parikshit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami explained everything very short. Okay, manifesting in Vasudev's house, went to Nanda's village, having described him according to his lineage. Chandravamsa is explained, na? So that line is also Shukdev Goswami is following. And anyway, he explained everything. So he described this Chandravamsha, and he was not that much satisfied with that. So he describes how Krishna increased the sense of fatherhood more than previously. Okay, this is shown in Krishna Sandarbha by Sri Jeev Goswami, and also in the commentaries of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 8th chapter 51. Okay, another shloka 5 chapter text number 1, 9th chapter text number 46, like that. So devatas are worshipped through sacrifice. Why did he worship himself through sacrifice? Atmanam samiche krutubhi. He resides saha. Okay, he resides permanently as his expansion, antaryami, in all bodies of devatas. All worship is ultimately for him. So even Bhagavad Gita also he says that ultimately Krishna is the right person to be worshipped, and the people who are worshipping demigods, they are not doing it right way. That is not the right way. Anyway, the worship is going to Krishna. So since he is completely perfect, what does he gain by such worship? He shows people that he is the root of everything. Okay, Krishna is the root of everything. By this statement, his main goal is indicated this, that everyone should worship Krishna. Since one derives meaning from contiguous words, how is it possible to have separate words and supply words? So it is tolerated there should be no contradiction in meaning. Thus the word Purusha not be completely separate from the context. So here the word Purusha exactly is like Krishna is a person, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is the root of everything, Krishna is the topmost person to be worshipped. Okay. It is so Krishna also having human form. The human form is the highest form. Sachidananda Vigraha. Na chantar na bahir yasya na purvam na picha param purva param bahishchantar jagato yo jagatchayaha tam matvatmajam abhyaktam martya lingam adokshajam gopi kolu khale damna babandh prakritam yatha. Thinking of the invisible Lord who has no inside or outside, has nothing previous or after him, who existed in the past and will exist in the future, inside and outside of the universe, who is the universe, as her son appearing with a human form, though he was beyond material senses. Okay, these are the glories of Krishna. Okay, he is inside, outside, he is the creator of universe, everything, all those things exist. You know? He exists in past, he will exist in future. Okay, and before him there was nothing. Okay, after him there is nothing. He is only everywhere. Beyond material senses, he is that invisible supreme personality, that Lord. She tied him to the mortar like a normal child with rope. Who? Mother Yashoda. She was thinking him just like her own son. Okay. Gopi kolu khale damna baband prakritam yatha. Just casually she, okay, I will tie him. This is the glories of Mother Yashoda. She just thought, okay, I will tie him. Okay. So this form is the highest form of Krishna. Okay. Pritibhyah savai guru bharam chapayan kurunam antah samutha kalina yudhi bhupa chamvaha drishtya vidhuya vijaye jayam udvighoshya prochodhavaya chaparam samagat swadhama. Prithivya on the earth, Saha, he, Lord Krishna. Why indeed? Guru Bharam, a great burden. Chapayan, completely finishing. Kurunam, of the personalities born in the Kuru dynasty. Antah Samutta Kalina, by creating enmity between the brothers of disagreement. Yudhi, in the battle of Kurukshetra. Bhupachamvaha, all the demonic kings. Drishtya, by his glance. Vidhuya, cleansing their sinful activities. Vijaye, in victory. Jayam, victory. Udvighosya, declaring the victory for Arjuna. Prochya, giving instructions. Udvaya, into Uddhavacha, also Param transcendental. Samagat, return Swadhama, to his own place. So half is done. Now next half in this shloka he will explain. So what else Krishna did thereafter? Lord Sri Krishna created a misunderstanding between family members. Why? Just to diminish the burden of the world. Simply by his glance, he annihilated all the demonic kings on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and declared victory for Arjuna. What Shukdev Goswami is saying? Simply by his glance, he annihilated all the demonic kings on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He demolished and declared victory for Arjuna. Finally, he instructed Uddhava about transcendental life and devotion, and then returned to his abode in his original form. 11th canto also completed here. Okay. So, Savai Kshapyam, he destroyed everyone. Pritibhya Guru Bharam, the burden, heavy burden of the earth. Pritibhya Guru Bharam, very great word. Guru means heavy. Bharam, burden. On Pritibhya, on earth. Drishtya Vidhuya, annihilating with his glance. Vidhuya, how? Drishtya, by just seeing, by his glance. Yudhi Bhupachamva, the armies of kings in battle. Okay. Then Kurunam Anta Samutta Kalinaha, by creating enmity within the family. Kurunam Antaha, how what he did? He created enmity between the families. And Vijaye Jayam Udvighosya, and he gave he declared as a victorious whom? Vijaye Jayam Udvighosya, loudly proclaimed the victory of Arjuna. Udvighosya. And then Udvaya cha Param Prochya. Udvaya, after speaking spiritual, Param Prochya, Param knowledge, supreme knowledge, he spoke to Uddhava. And after speaking this spiritual knowledge to Uddhava, what he did? Samagat Swadhama, he resided in Dwarka in Aprakrit Leela. Then he went Swadhama, he went to his Swadhama. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. The mission of Lord Krishna was performed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. For by the Lord's mercy, Arjuna was victorious due to being a great devotee, whereas the other were killed simply by the Lord's glance, which cleansed them of all sinful activities and enabled them to attain Sarupya. So these devotees, these kings, they were dying in front of Krishna in the battle of Kurukshetra, and they were getting liberation, Sarupya. Why? Who was in front of Krishna, they are dying. They are seeing Krishna. Okay. So Krishna declared victory for Arjuna, and simply by his glance everybody was dying. Okay. The others were killed simply by the Lord's glance. Okay. And this glance of Lord cleanses all the sinful activities and enables them to attain Sarupya Mukti. Finally, what he did? Finally, Lord Krishna instructed Uddhava about the transcendental life of devotional service. That is explained in detail. Now here Shukdev Goswami just said in very short. It will be explained in 11th canto in very great detail. So, finally Lord Krishna instructed Uddhava about the transcendental life of devotional service, and then in due course of time he returned to his abode. The Lord's instructions in the form of Bhagavad Gita are full of jnana and vairagya, knowledge and renunciation. In the human form of life, one must learn these two things. How to become detached from the material world? Prabhupada is saying that two things we have to learn, very important two things. What is that? First is how to become detached from material world and how to acquire full knowledge in spiritual life. Jnana and Vairagya. Jnana means the knowledge of spiritual life and Vairagya means detachment from the material life. This is the Lord's mission. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. After executing his complete mission, the Lord returned to his home Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, so this verse explains his goal of ridding the earth of its burden. Okay, by his glance, Krishna destroyed the armies of kings. The purpose is explained. He loudly proclaimed the victory of Arjuna, Vijaye. He announced to the people that all had been conquered by Arjuna. He is the now victorious. And another goal was to display bhakti, jnana and vairagya. So in that, for that he instructed Uddhava, and he stayed in Dwarka, giving up visibility in this world, and in this form of Narayan, he went to his abode of Vaikuntha. Okay. So now here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing that I am drowning in an ocean of offences and I am bound up with inner pain. May the devotees pull me out with the stick of their merciful glance. I have completed the 9th canto on the 5th lunar day of the waxing moon of Vaishak month on the bank of Radhakund. So here at the bank of Radhakund, I have completed the commentary of 9th canto, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writing. And I am, he is considering, out of his humility he is telling and teaching us that he is saying that I am drowning in an ocean of offenses and I am bound up with inner pain. So praying to devotees that they will pull me out with the stick of their merciful glance, pull me out of this ocean of offenses. So the commentary, this Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing this 9th canto commentary, Sararth Darshini, is completed here to give the pleasure to the hearts of the devotees and Vaishnavas. Okay, in accordance with the views of the Acharyas. So here Srila Jiva Goswami is saying that Ati varajya gatish tisro mam eshyasi tatah param. Okay, help the sages cross beyond this. From 11th canto, 29 chapter 44, he is saying that help the sages cross beyond the conditions of 3 gunas and finally you will come to me. Saying this to Uddhava, he went to his eternal abode or his Swarupa along with his associate. He said this last thing to Uddhava and then he went. Okay. So, Srila Prabhupada writes here, thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 9th canto, 24th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is the end of the 9th canto. Hare Krishna.